What's up, and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. It is Wednesday, August 12th. We're coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx, RSVLTS.com. Jake's wearing his favorite Roosevelt shirt. I'm wearing the same one I wore yesterday, kind of just a cover-up shirt.
Yeah.
Just an over-the-shirt shirt. Jake, how you doing?
I'm good. I keep my Garrett Cole jersey here as my cover-up shirt, just in case. I'm doing all right, man. Wednesday. Weeks happening. Funky yesterday, 24 hours ago. Weird times at the Jomboy Media headquarters. But I'm good, man. Had one of those early wake-ups. Know I'm going to be later to the office. Like, was up rolling around at 5. And it was just like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know I'm going to end up rushing.
You think you have all the time in the world, so you start browsing, getting lost in rabbit holes.
Just everything. Just anything. Yeah, and so got in kind of a minute or two after I normally do.
Yeah, I don't think you were that late, no?
No, but it was just like nothing happened. And that's Oh. Wow. Astros. No, come on, guys. So I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well myself. Doing pretty good, yeah. Well, a normal morning. I feel like I looked gross in the morning, so I was upset about that.
You looked gross?
Yeah, see, when you do Wake and Jake,
okay,
you don't see yourself. Or do you have it up there?
I have it up there, yeah.
Do you stare at yourself?
Oh, I do, yeah.
But mine's like right here. It's right.
You're seeing the live
right in my face.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's upsetting.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm doing well, man. I need more coffee. That's something.
It's been too hot.
Okay, that's what it is. Today, it was too hot. Yesterday in the office, it's too hot. Like, if you're not by the AC, it sucks in here, and I'm over that.
Yeah. I met up with a friend, Jack Strobel.
Oh, nice. How's he doing? God, stop it, Jimmy.
For a Bud Light last night. And it was good. But
you have a couple Bud Lights?
I had a couple.
You were getting loose on Twitter. I was like, I think Jake had himself a good night. And then you woke up super early, so I put that together.
Yeah.
I was like, I think Jake had
I didn't have a lot, though. Like, again, I think I had 3. And, like, that's putting a dent in me. It's over, which it is.
Your follow-up tweet to your bad tweet, and sorry to step on your story,
like
is so good.
I knew you would be mad at me if I didn't follow up that tweet with anything.
You needed to let people know that you knew it was an awful tweet.
Yeah.
Because I saw the first one, I was like, Jesus, Jake, that's brutal.
Gotcha.
The follow-up was really, really good.
Got him. Yeah, too Tucson. It was making me laugh all night. Yeah, man. And, dude, like, Jess went to Philly for the night. She went to go see one of her friends. She's never been to Philly. Her friend is, like, what's it called when you're, like, taking care of puppies, but they're not yours? Like,
dog
fostering
watching.
Puppies? There's a term for it.
Oh, like she
long-term?
Temporarily owns them?
Fostering.
Fostering, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
With humans, that's how it works, too.
Yeah. So her friend has puppies, and her friend, her and her fiance just bought, like, a townhome, and they're completely redoing it. So it's, like, HGTV stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So Jess basically got to go to Philly and see puppies and do HGTV. So it's, like, fun field trip for her. But, yeah, and then I just kick into, like, useless. I, like, didn't eat dinner last night. Like, I bought some snacks, and it's like, this is good. And it's like, no. And then, saw Jack and Connor for a little bit. It's just too hot. We were just looking at each other like...
Where were you?
I forget where we went. It's the name of a bar.
Dude, what's the weather?
Triona's.
Is this game going to get rained out tonight?
I don't know. I haven't checked. I haven't seen it.
I haven't heard people say that.
Me neither. Katie told me it's supposed to storm all day.
I think now that we're on the topic, I think like early in the afternoon it rains and like late tonight it rains, but we should be fine.
So we should have a gap.
Just go to my favorite website, weather.com.
And then, I started being silly. I thought about doing, haven't done the Does Anyone Have Questions thing. Started watching baseball. And then I saw our friends, the Cespedes Barbecue guys, tweeted out, it was a loser tweet. It was like having an IPA and watching some baseball. So I FaceTimed him, Jake. And we had a nice little FaceTime.
Nice.
We talked baseball, Travis Lakin Sr., some Orioles stuff. He was in good spirits. It was good to talk to him.
Was the hockey your game of the day today?
It was not.
Whoa, were people coming at you for that?
Oh, absolutely. But we're not a hockey pod. Like, we tried.
It's Orioles Phillies.
I turned off the Yankees to put it on. Well, I put Yankees State on the second screen.
Yeah.
But I felt like an intruder. I felt like
Yeah.
I was just in the fifth overtime, and I didn't know. I felt like you
know nothing.
I felt like an intruder, just an outsider coming in. So
Did the exact same thing.
So I was like, this feels like I don't belong here.
And
I didn't watch a lot of this, but I saw the final goal. But at that point, I was like, you needed to be in that for the grind to appreciate it.
Right.
So I came in, I was like, man, these guys are tired. This is pretty slow hockey.
Yeah, man. And that's...
felt like an intruder on
Yeah,
it.
you've missed so much of the story that, like, if I would have done the Wake and Jake Baker's shame if I had opened up with the hockey and been like, oh, it's 5 overtimes, and, yeah, the Columbus goalie had a bunch of saves, and, okay, Lightning win. And it's like, I don't know. I haven't been able to sink my teeth in it all, man. Baseball company.
We might have a delay tonight for the Yankees.
Oh, my God.
It stops raining at 8 p.m. Scattered thunderstorms all the way until 7, from now until 7 p.m. Scattered thunderstorms. Is that Mac over there?
I saw him.
Well, I think Katie is tidying up that studio, and Mac is on a leash attached to her because otherwise he runs around.
Right.
Katie was just going to drop me off, but
How you doing? How'd everything go yesterday?
normal, good. I mean, Mac's good. He's
Mac
as
looks
if
great.
nothing happened. I think Katie took the brunt of it mentally.
Sure.
But she's doing fine now.
It's tough.
We've been to the vet 3 times, so it's kind of whatever. Was like someone was like, you should get pet insurance, and we're like, okay. And then now it's like, damn, we should have got pet insurance right away. Could have used it. Although, I mean, it sucks that we have to pay for another dog biting him in the face
Yeah.
using his water bowl,
Right.
Mac's water bowl.
Back off, dog.
He shares it with you, and you bite him in the face.
Messed up.
Come on. But no, we're doing good. Mac's fine, man. He got this. Fetch machine. You know
Yes.
the things at elementary school. What?
Kids?
Recess, backyard. What do they call playground?
Well, yeah.
Playground. That's the term. You know that thing where you put the ball in and it can come out 6 different ways. Awesome game.
Yeah.
Awesome game. Well, we got that for Mac. So if he puts the ball in, it'll go 4 different ways, and he has to chase it, put it back in. He hasn't
You
figured
set
it
it
out.
up in the middle?
He hasn't figured it out yet.
Okay.
He did it twice, and we were like, whoa. But the problem is he puts the ball in, and he doesn't see it come out. So then he just randomly finds the ball later, and he didn't see what happened.
Right. Can't connect those dots.
Come on, Mac.
I get that.
Get smarter. No, but he might have a scar in his eye now, which is kind of cool.
Be kind of cool.
Scar. Katie doesn't like all the songs I make up for him.
Sure.
You know, he's a little bitch, didn't even get a stitch, MacDougal.
And wouldn't that be backwards, kind of?
No, like a real tough dog was like, you didn't even get stitches, dude. I don't care about your scar.
Oh, okay.
That's
I think the tough guy move would be
barely
not
a
get stitches.
barely a flesh
Yeah, I
wound.
got bit. Didn't need it. I don't need stitches. I'm good. Put me back out there.
Well, if he
coach.
starts bragging about his scar, they're
Right.
like, I don't know scar.
Scar.
I don't know scar.
Should see the other dog.
Can't even really see it today.
No.
As someone outside the situation.
It's there. It's a little
Be gone.
whatever.
It's a memory.
Dude, what's going on with you and Passon? He joining us for a live stream? I woke up to DMs with you and him, and I was like, Jake did a lot last night.
So, I was being silly, and I commented. He said he had a passing tweet, and I was just like, okay, I'll get the full thing. Oh, he was talking about Blackman, and he's hitting 500, blah blah blah, and the Houston San Fran game had just gotten good. So I just commented, you want to go live for the end of this SF Houston game? Like, with obviously no intent. Because I don't even know, you can't do that on Twitter.
Periscope.
You can't do it.
Via
Can you do a
Twitter.
double Periscope?
Yeah, but you can't see his face. You just
It's like him calling in.
second person's you just hear them. You can't see them.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that.
I've done that with the Talking Giants guys.
Okay.
Flex.
Maybe I'll start doing that late night on Periscope.
But So he just commented under it, no.
It's good.
And so all of his, now all the Savage Passing fans kicked in. And so he felt like he had to DM us and be like, I'm busting balls. And it's like, yeah, dude, obviously. I am a whipping boy. And then he was like, yeah, but I would love to go live with you boys sometime. So I was like, all right.
Cool.
So I figured we'd line it up with an ESPN game because he's an ESPN guy. Didn't seem like that was an important factor to him in hindsight. So I don't know.
Come on tonight, Jeff. We'll be live.
I think a cool, he said just to give him some heads up. So one of the end of Yankees series, we'll have him on for the first couple innings or something.
Passing. Cool.
Passing.
That'll be fun. You want to get into the sports? We got anything else to talk about?
Trying to think, man.
The weather's pissing me off.
Yeah, it's just too hot. Insta sweat.
Yeah. I'm sick of having to shower every morning and night.
Yeah.
Take Mac out in the morning, have to shower. Take Mac out at night, have to shower. It's too many showers. It's not that many showers, but it's too many showers.
Too many showers.
2 per day, every day. It adds up.
You take hot showers when Luke was living with us? Blowing my mind. Scalding hot showers every morning to walk out into 100-degree, 90-degree heat. I was like, dude, you're like turning yourself into a sweat factory.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. You have to think of those outside elements. I normally, if I'm showering end of the day and I'm like in for the night and we've got the AC on, I'm going to take a hot shower. I prefer a hot shower. The other morning, and like we didn't really do weekends because you ran out. Yesterday morning, I played basketball with a fan.
Nice.
Joe Rutigliano.
Joey Riggs.
Cornell women's basketball coach. Assistant coach. He beat me.
I would hope he beat, for his sake.
You'd like to think so.
If he's dribbling a ball every day as part
Yeah.
of his job, he should beat you.
He should beat me. Good dude. 11-5, whatever. Shots weren't falling for me. But yeah, like obviously took a cold shower after that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was hot and sweating, and you're about to go back into it. Like,
Luke, like the hot water didn't work one day, and Luke was like, "Did you guys get hot water?" And Katie and I were like, "We don't. I'll use it."
tell ya.
He was like, "What?" I was shocked that we were both as shocked.
I do have to ease in. I mean, it frustrates you when I go into any body of water with you. I have to ease into water. I hate it. I mean, like ice cubes on the skin, anything cold on the skin, kind of hate it.
Dive in.
So yeah, I have to go in and be like warm shower, and then I work it down to cold. Reverse lobster, I call it.
Yeah, I don't go like ice cold, but I end every shower right on the back of the head, as cold as it could possibly get, because otherwise, as soon as I walk out, I'm sweating.
Sure.
I need to get ahead of that. I need to turn my body into an ice cube. And it feels so good, and it opens your pores. It's good for your skin.
It is crazy, though, because I think with everything going on, just the craziness of the world, it feels like, for me, it feels like it's the middle of summer, but it's kind of the twilight, man.
Oh, it's August. August is the worst month of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we're 3 weeks away, and it's like Labor Day, which is nuts.
If
In my head, it's July.
If we had central air, I used to do this in California, late August. If we had central air and I had a little bit of money,
Sure.
I would turn the AC to 60 degrees on like a Saturday, like a stay-in Saturday.
Nice,
I used to
just
do this like
Saturday.
once a year, 60 degrees inside the house, pay for it, put on a sweatshirt, and just act like it's fall.
Yeah.
I used to do that in California a lot. And I would be in heaven.
You got me excited for the pumpkin stuff. I'm in.
I got Katie excited. Katie's a
Nice.
summer gal, and she's like now craving. She wants to go take our nephews to pick cherries. She's like, I just want to go to an orchard
Yeah.
and pick some stuff. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I won't be doing that. I'll just be putting flavored crap in my coffee. Have one. Remember, it's disgusting. Forget. Get another.
You got to take Jess.
Run
You
it
got to
back.
come with us to like apple or pumpkin.
Let's go.
Battleview Orchards. It's a Revolutionary War battlefield. You ever been there? New Jersey? Oh, it's awesome.
Okay.
And maybe not recently.
I just like it because in other states that I've lived, no one celebrates the seasons like the Northeast. because they change every 3 months, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, what are we going to do?
Proud.
Might as well dive in.
Yeah.
So, like, apple picking, pumpkin picking, like all that shit, like in this area of the country dives into that so much more than anywhere else.
Pumpkin picking. I'm into that.
Well, you like apples?
Oh, hilarious joke, Jim.
Well, apple picking is awesome because
Yeah,
you
I
can
know.
just grab them and
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like a day event. I'd rather go golfing. It's just simple guy stuff.
you can do both, man.
Maybe I will. There's actually an orchard, Lyman Orchards in Connecticut.
East Lyme. Gross.
If we want to go back to Connecticut,
I'm going
with
on
you?
Friday.
Yeah. Would there be room for me, Jess and Noodle, if we wanted to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Think about it. See my mom? I don't know.
We're coming back late Sunday night after the game.
Go see Ken?
We have like the full weekend.
Right.
This weekend.
Series ends on Monday. Okay. We'll see. Thought about that last night.
Yep. Welcome to.
Cool. Shall we do the baseball? Padres trade for Yonder Alonso. Check him out on Sequence with Trevor Plouffe. How about that? Early season trade. Greg Bird injured and DFA'd by the Rangers. Very sad. Kind of a friend. Pac-12 cancels their season. Yep. Big Ten, Pac-12. It's all fallen. We were saying yesterday it's going to be funny to see how long the SEC holds and / if they figure something out, which I think they can. Best and final offers to buy the Mets are due August 31st. That'll be a fun showdown. Clevinger makes statement about his Indian situation. Not good. 5 overtime hockey. Talked about that a little bit. Fun, tired. NBA, and this is as of this morning, says you can bring family members and established, long-standing personal friends into the bubble. 4 guests per player, not including children. Must guaranteed 7 total days. Can be 3 in team's home market, then 4 in Orlando, or all 7 in Orlando. 1 ticket per playoff team. A lot of details there, but funny stuff because they made rules about height of kids that can come to games, and, I mean, this is alluding to players having the sex.
Scott TP with an update. Yeah, I didn't. Is that what you meant? An all-day event? Apple picking is like an hour-long thing. Yeah, it's pretty short.
Still not into it.
Pumpkin picking's very boring in comparison to apple picking.
I like pumpkins.
But all you do is look at a pumpkin. That's like a 5-minute event.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
it.
All right, that adds up.
We
I
found the
guess.
solution.
Pumpkin picking, kind of boring.
Done.
Apple picking, climb trees. You throw the apples to each other. Play some football with the apples. It's a grand old time. Padres trade for Yonder Alonso. Do you know what happened here? Manny Machado said, if I hit a grand slam, you have to go get my brother-in-law. My sister misses him
Dearly.
dearly. Yeah, so then
Pandemic.
Manny hit a grand slam, says go get him. I mean, he wasn't even playing for the Braves, right?
I don't think
Hadn't
so.
come
Yeah.
to the active roster yet. I don't.
Hadn't seen
So what'd they
him
trade?
around.
Like nothing? Player to be later? Cash considerations?
Something like that.
Guess cash consids would be my guess.
Is he going to play for the Padres?
I don't think so. I mean, they have Hosmer, who's been doing
Depth.
well. So maybe a DH every now and then, but
He just gets to go. That's an awesome deal for Alonso.
yeah.
Just
Depth,
gets to
hang
go
out with
back
his
home.
family.
Yeah.
If he just starts following Machado, well, Machado's probably going to be in one place for a little bit.
Easy job if you want to follow Machado from now on.
Unless things go crazy, but
Oh, that's cool.
He played in San Diego for a while.
yeah, he was there.
Like
Yeah.
Familiar
5 years
with
ago.
them.
Pac-12 cancels their season.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's starting to do that now.
Yeah, man, and I think our interview on Talking Baseball with Mark Adanasio comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
And I'm interested to see the reaction. People are more excited than I think I anticipated, which is cool. I'm interested to see their feedback, but like being honest, we did some, hey, the season's knock on wood outside of the Cardinal stuff right now. The MLB's doing really well. Like they're going with the season, and I think, people might think that's kind of soft or coming from a few weeks ago when baseball was really struggling. Times were kind of bad, but now that you're seeing huge college football programs and sports having to tap out, I think it shows that baseball really is doing something impressive.
It gets easier. Like, it's really easy for hockey with the bubble, really easy with NHL with the bubbles, NBA. Baseball gets harder because you have more players, you have more moving parts, you have longer games and more games because they're kind of in playoffs and going into playoffs. or college football and NFL. There's so many things going on with college football. One, shots fired right away. Most of college football lives in the areas that aren't taking this seriously at all and are the reason it's still going.
It's true.
Two, college football is like 50-man rosters.
Yeah.
So many people that you can't all right, let's put these guys in the stands to separate them. Let's open up a second clubhouse underneath to get some space during rain delays. Baseball, it's bigger rosters, but you can still do that stuff. College football, they're not being paid.
No.
So you open yourself up to a lot of legal trouble and stuff with a guy doesn't want to play. Well, can you force him to? Well, he's not being paid to play. It's a headache. And I think the biggest thing is the money there without the gate for some of these. Now, SEC, I'm sure their TV rights are crazy.
Right.
Insane. Pac-12? There's money, but you know what I'm saying? So that, I don't know the numbers, but I would guess everything I just said, the headache, they're not being paid players, and then the return without a gate. Granted, they don't have to pay their players. It's so sloppy. So I understand why it's the hardest of all of them to get going.
And kind of what you stumbled into, and I mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but I think the SEC is going to figure something out. There's a lot of moving parts, and it's messy, but the SEC has the most money tied to it. And again, money's kind of what steers the ship with all of this. It's why baseball's playing. SEC is going to have the most money. If they're the only game in town, I think that leads to even more money for them. I mean, the eyes they would get on Saturdays if there's only SEC college football. And, dude, they're also, just the loose things that tied to it that can make it a lot easier, between boosters with money that normally donate to the university, chip in a little more to have, private planes and stuff. And I don't know. I think they'll find a way, but I still don't know what that looks like. And maybe they don't, but they're going to put up a hell of a fight in the South.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all going to come down. SEC may be the only one standing because the money might be worth it.
Right.
Some of these smaller conferences, it cannot be worth it.
No, and that's why it was easy for them to cancel, because a lot of them make their money by these big teams playing them.
Yeah.
So that's where, UConn, proudly the first to tap out. But yeah, a lot of these the smaller conferences start tapping out like it wasn't even a decision anymore. They're like, well, if we are not getting the $2 million when Michigan beats us, we can't make a season out of that. So, yeah, well, I think it's going to be fun to watch to see how the SEC tries to survive. I wonder if they even go even weirder with it, because I know Clemson is battling because they've been star-studded the past few years, and they really want to play, and Dabo's a little bit of a nut job. So I wonder if NCAA gets funky like baseball did, making new divisions and stuff. I wonder if they have the big programs tap in
just
for
to do
year.
something.
That kind of be cool.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so many guys, and they're not paid athletes,
Yeah.
and that's the tricky thing. It's not their profession, where a lot of these baseball players were like, this is my job.
Right.
This is how I make a living. I'm down. A lot of these young kids, I'm sure they're down because they want to play, and, I mean, every single study says that boys from age 18 to 22 can't make proper decisions, and I'm living proof of that. So,
I had to apologize to BBD yesterday. I apologize to BBD once a week now for saying stuff about being young and dumb. BBD's like, I don't really like regret my past. I would say I regret my past. Let me dig into.
No, I did say. I said you should always look back 5 years and feel shame. I think that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, that's
as being
a sign of
hyperbolic.
growth.
A form of shame, yeah.
Not shame. Obviously, you shouldn't feel shame, but you should be a little embarrassed.
Well, let's say this: when the Phillies and the Marlins and the news at the time was that the Marlins took a team vote to play, our response was, you can't let the athletes decide. They're not the take that to young teenage boys. You cannot let them. It's almost just terrible to give them the option. Hey, do you want to play or not play? So they're all going to say play.
Right, and that's the other thing that probably segues us. I think it segued us yesterday as well, but, look at the Cleveland Indians thing with Plesac and Clevinger.
Yeah.
And now bring in kids that are 8 years younger and just dumb. Like, if they set up a bubble or testing or however they have to do it, these kids are so dumb.
When there was a
hurricane,
hurricane,
there will be a story about
when there was a hurricane, we all went on the roof and drank beers on the roof and called it a hurricane party.
The hurricane.
So
It's a good party.
We're not coming at all young people, but Jake and I surely were pretty dumb.
It's a good party.
It was a good party. It was fun. Just Jake and I in a keg. No, there's other people.
Slept on a girl's floor that night.
Congrats.
Yeah. It's too scared to get in bed with her.
Whose house are you
I
at?
relive that in hindsight. She doesn't need to be brought up.
But it wasn't at our house. Oh, you were at her house. Yeah.
But, dude, it's totally one of those hindsight.
She probably wanted you in the bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, she invited me back to her house, and I didn't piece it together for years later that, like, oh.
Mouth her name to me. Do this. Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Said she was scared of the storm. I'm so dumb. So dumb.
Can you come home with me? I'm scared of the storm. Yeah. And you slept on the floor like a dog?
Yeah. I might have moved to a couch, but for a little bit, I was on a floor.
Stupid.
So dumb.
Clevinger apologizes or makes a statement. I think it's as good as a statement as you can get from him because there's no... I think if you're upset with this statement, you're just going to be upset with literally anything he says.
Yeah.
Because if he makes a statement, this is the most taking responsibility, ownership of his dumbness and his mistrusting his teammates. So, like, I don't know. I didn't see a lot of people shaming him or coming out that this is a bad apology. It doesn't fully make up for everything. Like, it's not like, okay, cool, you're good in my book or whatever. But, I mean, if you have to say something, this is probably the best thing. He says, there is an implicit trust that each of my teammates share as we navigate a season during this pandemic, and I broke that trust. I made the mistake of violating the protocols. The biggest mistake of all was not immediately coming clean to my teammates. I owe them better. I now realize that by even exposing myself to just one person more than necessary, I am putting myself, my teammates, the guys I compete against, the umpires, the staff, the Indians organization, as well as the game that I love at risk. There is no excuse for my actions, and I can only take responsibility and learn from my mistakes. Moving forward, I promise my actions will reflect a full understanding of the protocols set in place. All you have to do is follow that last line. I promise my actions will reflect a full understanding of protocols set in place moving forward. And if he does that, you fucked up, Clev. Really, really bad look for you. You owned up to it, and moving forward, do what you said you're going to do, and I think that's, unless you just want to keep hammering him for that, I mean, if you allow him to grow, I think it's the best possible statement.
And that's kind of all it is. Like, you have to give the apology. It's kind of, the apology is going to come off as an apology, but nobody really cares, and I think what you're saying, how there wasn't much commentary on it, I mean, it's all actions here on out.
Yeah.
Like, if you screw up, Clev, you're, like, done, man.
But he has to put something on paper, so this is probably the best thing he could have put on paper.
Something. Did you see? I don't want to misattribute who said the quote, but I think it was Plutko, pitched pretty well last night. He, more on him later. But he had a quote. They asked, like, what do Clevinger and Plesac have to do to make it up for you? And he had the things like, yo, it's not on me to say what they have to do to make it up for me. Like, it's all actions from here, like what you said.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously made a promise to us and didn't keep it, and we all thought we were on the same page and blah, blah, blah. It's like a powerful paragraph long thing, and then he shoved.
It's less about the apology than normally, and it's all about like, dude, you screwed up. We're pissed at you, and we're right to be, and like, you can make up for this, but
yeah, he didn't set himself back with his written statement.
No, which is good.
Yeah, but a written statement can't move you that much forward. I guess that's what we're saying.
Yes,
action.
I think sometimes it can. But in this situation,
in this situation, there's nothing a written thing. No. I mean, but that was good.
There's no coming back. There's no excuses.
Yeah. I saw some people saying like, "There's no way he wrote it." I would hope not. If it was me, I would go to everyone I know, my family, my business advisors, and be like my PR team, and be like, "Hey, this is what I want to say. Can you help me write it in good words?" Even when we send emails to important people now, like, hey, let's do this together, let's check. So you can't get on a guy for that. That's like the smartest thing you could do is ask for help in that situation.
An agency.
Yeah.
Like they should have one-off fees for writing statements.
Yes. Statement writer. Good. The 5 overtime hockey game, we talked about that. I tuned it in. I felt like an intruder, so I don't even want to talk on it that much. I haven't gotten into hockey at all. Pretty in the weeds with baseball.
Yeah, man.
I'll probably wait till they get to the next series, but to be honest, I don't know. Like, if the Yankees are on, the Yankees are on. If the Yankees aren't on, I kind of give the TV to Katie.
Yeah, and I'm just in this weird spot where I tried watching one of the hockey games, or we tried watching the Rangers, and maybe it was just the Rangers and didn't care, but like the crowd, I think, is a big factor for me. I'm not saying I'd be glued to hockey. But, dude, like, picture if you told me there was a, 2 overtime, 3 overtime hockey game, and you click it on. I think the stadium is normally insane, and the guys pouring everything on the line. Like, it's this whole environment.
You needed to be in that, because when I turned it on, I was just kind of watching sloppy 6-hour-old hockey.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh. But, I don't want to poo-poo it, because everyone that was on that ride, that's an amazing experience. I just didn't – I got on too late.
That's a good time, yeah.
I got on the roller coaster after the last loop as it slowly came to an end. And I was like, that ride was weird.
And that's the thing. Like right now, I mean, Padres Dodgers game is higher on my radar than playoff hockey.
Wow. NBA says you can bring family members to the bubble. Cool. Make guys happy. Let them see their kids and their family. See what the Suns did with having the relatives announce all the players? Was it the Suns?
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that? Dude, it's really cool. They surprised everyone by having a loved one or family member announce them as like the starter for that game. Let me see who it was. I think it was the Suns. He has a son, so here, I have the audio. I'd play like a little bit of it for you.
In Arizona, number 22, DeAndre Ayton.
At goal, 6'6", from Villanova, number 25, Machado.
At forward, 6'8".
The Spanish player on the Suns, I don't know his name.
Number 23, Cam Johnson.
Is the most fun one.
Cam Johnson, that's love.
At guard,
So love.
Those guys crush it.
at guard, 6 feet 5 inches. Coach Cookie. Number 1,
Head coach of the Phoenix Suns, Monty Williams.
It's cool.
That's
it's like
great.
It's really sweet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know any of those players or anything, but that
beautiful.
was like awesome.
That's love.
So good job by the Suns.
Good job, Suns. Proud of you.
That's all the sports. BBD, you have a rodent? Do you feel weird being back behind that desk?
A little bit. I had a rodent yesterday that I'm going to bring in. I don't have a picture ready to go. I got to pull up its name.
My back's struggling. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a long day.
Pull up bar.
Probably take some Advil.
You gotta get some hang time in.
Get some Advil.
Today's rodent.
Rodent of the day. Rodent of the day. That's too similar to bet of the day. We gotta make it.
Is the koi poo.
How you spelling that?
Coypu.
Jesus, we're learning a lot about rodents. A koi poo. Yeah.
Koi poo.
Koi poo.
Koi poo.
What's that?
poo.
Koi poo.
Koi poo.
Koi poo.
Oh, BBD. Do you want to hear what an awesome development for Talking Yanks?
Yeah.
The guys from Pitchers List sent us a sound bite, a sound drop for Talking Yanks. Isn't that awesome?
Bang.
Huge.
Needed that. He's like, hey, I don't know if you guys have this. He's like, I reconstructed it from scratch. I don't know what that means, but
Heavy.
it's awesome.
Yeah, forward me that.
We like him.
The
Alex Fast.
Yes, I do. I like those guys a lot. Koi poo. Gross orange
Oh
teeth.
my God. Get those out of here.
Look like little bits of carrots. Looks like he's middle of eating a carrot all the time.
Detroit Dabber.
It's also known as the nutria.
This is a wet rodent?
Semi-aquatic,
Eradicate.
herbivorous.
Yeah. I found this picture of them walking on a beach, and it looks disgusting.
They're originally from South America, but they have been introduced to North America, Europe, Asia, Africa,
Jill Hempel
primarily
says,
by fur farmers.
Jill Hempel
So they're
says
everywhere.
no terminal length on those twofers, which I think means those teeth will continue to grow as long as they're alive.
They just grow? They're like ears and noses for humans?
I believe that's what Jill's alluding to.
Wow.
They can spend 5 minutes underwater without returning. Ugh.
They're weird.
So can humans, I guess.
Some.
Some,
Not the average.
not the average.
Well, you can spend a lot of time without returning.
Are these in America?
They have been introduced to North America.
That's
I
fucked
don't know
up.
that are
That
America.
phrase.
Nutria. Are they also called Nutria? Because the website I have also calls them Nutria.
Yep.
Okay.
Also known as the nutria.
They can survive between 8 and 10 years in the wild.
Okay.
Not the
Is that like
longest
their
living rodent we've
lifespan?
had.
Because like where else
That's a
are they
good
living?
question. Or like it's just.
I'm
a
guessing
good
if you
chance of
have them
getting
at a
eaten.
zoo or something, you could probably squeeze 15 years out of them.
So
Jesus, big
does that mean
dick.
that they're getting killed? Like that
It
sentence
looks
is
like-
weird to me. To me, it seems that they will be murdered. Like if it was
It
like
seems
their
like they get a
lifespan was
lot of
8 to
fur.
10
Maybe,
years.
maybe they get old and slow.
But
Like,
that's
they start-
then wouldn't they just say the fun fact they live between for 8 to 10 years?
Right, but I wasn't done. I'm saying they get old and slow, so like
They get dead.
you get eaten.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're are you telling me
Like they don't die naturally.
Yeah,
Like
majority
some
of
animals
nutria-
die naturally.
majority of nutria die via getting murdered? Because I
That's-
think this the
that's
fact.
my
I think that's
current
the spin
assumption.
on that fact.
Or it's just written weird.
Yeah. Long incisors that are yellow to orange and red. 5 fingers on front and hind feet. All fingers except one on the front have long nails. Why?
Adults grow to 16 to 24 inches, 9 to 20 pounds.
How do nutria die?
Ooh, here we go.
Seems like there's some like fur hunting kind of stuff. I don't know. I guess you don't have to kill them to get the fur.
They're getting those furs.
People like fur.
That's how they've been introduced to all these continents.
Really?
is-
They make a lot of babies.
Okay.
Wow, they reach sexual maturity at only a few months old, can reproduce up to 3 times a year, and in extreme cases can have litters of up to 13.
Oh. Coipus can live up to 6 years in captivity, but individuals uncommonly live past 3 years old, according to the study.
So-
80% of coipus die within the first year, and less than 15% of the wild population is over 3 years old.
I don't like this anymore.
They were once a big business in the 1930s for their pelts. Louisiana fur industry's biggest commodity was nutria pelts.
They have a 130-day gestation period.
Oh, wearing their fur is considered ethical, so PETA likes them?
PETA hates them. Sounds
PETA
like.
does not give a shit about these things.
PETA's okay with these guys getting killed?
I don't know.
That's the first I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Abe
I mean,
says
this
they're
seems fucked up.
invasive.
Very
Yeah,
invasive.
They consume about 25% of their body weight daily.
Been there.
Certified chode.
Jeez. Could have.
Yeah. Those things are gross.
Yeah.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Kanye West's lawyer demands that Democrats prove Mickey Mouse didn't really sign up on his ballot in Wisconsin to vote for Kanye. Pop-up party with dancing, smoking, nudity takes over the MTA bus in Queens. That sounds like a great time. A woman is stunned when her new driver's license came back with a picture of an empty chair. No, that's what we took. You just didn't come up.
Yeah.
You were sitting there. We saw it. It just didn't happen.
Stuff.
You should check other pictures of you. School district says no pajamas for online classes. And a cow chase leads to the helicopter rescue of a California couple.
I read the news today, oh boy.
All right.
Oh, Californian.
Some fun stories here.
Yeah. What was... The first one was tough.
Kanye, there's a petition to make Kanye president, I guess, and someone in Wisconsin signed up with the name Mickey Mouse, and Democrats are saying, like, look how fake this is. And Kanye and his lawyer are saying, you don't know that there's not a guy named Mickey Mouse
Right.
that wants to vote for me. If anyone did, that would be his birth name. He born into a fucked up life.
What's being Kanye's lawyer like?
I don't know.
Because you read talking about Mickey Mouse signing a petition, and that sounds like a bad time for a lawyer.
Yeah.
Don't think he has other clients.
I mean, I'm with the lawyer on this one. Most likely they are fake names signing up for the petition, but you can't just say that in the court of law. You have to prove it, which is what Kanye's lawyer is saying. Like, prove they're fake. You can't just be like, they're fake.
Right.
There's definitely a guy named Mickey Mouse legally in the U.S.
Like name change?
Or born into it. There's fucked up people all over the world giving their kids dumb names.
A lot of Disney freaks, man.
Disney freaks are so weird.
Guy named Mickey Mouse.
Like Mickey first name, Mouse middle name, and his last name is Williams.
Nothing popping up when I Google guy named Mickey Mouse, but Mickey Mouse comes up a lot. So.
Well,
I'm guessing a lot comes up if you Google Mickey Mouse, to be fair.
Popular one, yeah. Oh, here's a fun question. Could Disney sue someone who changed their legal name to Mickey Mouse?
Ooh. I don't know the rules on that.
Yeah, there's a long answer. I wish it was a one-sentence answer.
No, thank you.
I would bet someone's named their child Mickey with the middle name Mouse. Disney freaks are so weird. Anyway, I'm with Kanye's lawyer. Prove it. You can't just say it. You got to prove it. That's kind of what lawyers it's all about being a lawyer. It's proving stuff.
Show me the proof.
Show it to me. How about this pop-up party on the bus? You see this?
Pretty interested.
In Queens? I was in Queens yesterday.
Queens.
An investigation is underway after an MTA bus was taken over in Queens early Sunday morning by dozens of people for a pop-up party. The hordes descended on bus number 7239 as the driver took it out of the Grand Avenue Depot around 4 a.m. The bus was stopped by double-parked cars, and when the operator tried to get them to move, dozens of people swarmed onto the bus for about 30 minutes of partying. There was smoking, dancing, and nudity involved, but there was not mask or social distancing. What a wild ride for that bus driver. Because, one, they block you from driving at 4 a.m. You're probably scared shitless.
Right.
Like, oh, dude, am I being hijacked? Like, this is awful. Then they're like, nah, dude, we're just going to party on your bus for a half hour and then we'll be out of here. You want to get off and do a cigarette break?
So I think we got a video here. Let's see. Guy just smoked something. Not seeing any nudity.
Well, they don't want to show you that. You seen any females, or is it just a bunch of dudes?
Currently seeing a lot of dudes.
There's one girl. Oh, two girls. So they got like hookahs and they're smoking. The video's sideways.
Is that a Bob Feller jersey?
You know what I'm most impressed at? That these guys did this for 30 minutes.
Man,
this is
that
like a
hookah.
5-minute pop-up party and then you get off. And it is a Bob Feller jersey, I believe, yeah.
How about that? Bob Feller shout out.
Yankees hat. I don't know. I don't really have a care. I mean, I just think it's wild they lasted 30 minutes doing fake party.
Yeah, and it's not as organized as I expected. Like, I was going to say, like, what's the Instagram group or something that was like, hey, at 4 a.m., we're going to this bus stop, and we're going to party on a bus. This doesn't look like that at all. This seems like people were in an apartment and bored, and they were like, where should we go? And then they got on a bus.
Yeah, like a last-second option. Well, the bus driver, I mean, probably party with them if we're being honest.
For sure.
A little bit.
1,000%.
He was the nudity.
They either did. This is going to sound dumb. They either did or they didn't.
That does sound a little easy to say.
Bus driver was either very tuned into this or very tuned
There's
out
two
of
images I like.
Yeah.
The bus driver being the nudity.
Right.
And like, you want to party on my bus? Let's go.
I'll
show you how to party on this bus.
Hookah, here's my penis.
Secret contraption here, secret
Yeah.
here. He's got like hard drugs. Like, let's fucking do it. Or I like the other image is the bus driver just leaning on the front of the bus, just smoking a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Just tapped out.
Kind of like the tour bus driver when they bring
Yeah.
the groupies on the bus and they're just like going crazy and he's just like, yeah, just wait it out here.
Yeah.
No need to be in there.
I'm
No,
good.
I don't got a problem with it, but
No.
those are the two things I think
Yeah.
would happen.
I like that.
Okay. A woman is stunned when her new driver's license came back with a picture of an empty chair. We have a picture of this. I think it's really funny to just tell her, like, you were sitting in it. Like, I saw you sitting in it, but the picture came back empty. Like, has this happened to you in other photos? Because that's funny.
Making this woman think she's gone invisible. That's a funny license, man.
Yeah, imagine handing that to a cop.
Why do they have a chair?
She was probably sitting in it for the picture.
Don't they always, like, stand? I thought license you had to be standing.
Maybe she got no legs.
Might be a state-to-state thing.
That would make the whole thing... whole thing would be kind of twisted up. She had no legs, and then this happened. I feel like they would have mentioned that.
Well, they have the chair for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
This is a big old mention. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like, yeah, it was an error and we'll fix it, but pretty funny. Brown eyes, 5'3".
The lady at the DMV did not really believe me when I was like, hey, I need my license fixed. Then she looked it up in the system and goes, oh, I need my manager for this.
That's good.
That's good.
It's a good work.
Making moves on it.
Good work all around.
I don't know how many of our listeners are DMV employees. My last experience was the Denver Times trying to get my license renewed 3 times. Didn't go well. And there's some stereotypes that go with the DMV anyways. Honestly, she's lucky that they did get a manager. Because I would say more than 50% of the people would like look this up, see the chair pick, and just hang up the phone. Just be like, oh, no.
No idea how to handle this.
Not today.
No. The DMV where I got my New Jersey license was the easiest experience ever. It was crazy.
I'm jealous.
Shout out to wherever that was. I don't know where it was.
Jersey DMV.
School district says no pajamas for online classes. Sure, for it. I mean, that's kind of like the working from home thing that I do. Like, if you shower and get dressed, you actually feel like a little bit more
ready to go.
More ready to go. There's a mindset to it. Also, probably keeping tabs on bad parents, keeping the hygiene up for their kids.
Yeah, I guess where are we drawing the line at pajamas, you know? Kid sleeps in athletic shorts.
That's not pajamas.
Okay.
Pajamas is like little kid pajamas, you know.
Right.
Pajama pants.
Jammies.
Yeah. Let's see if they have. The same way they would attend classes in person, and that means following a dress code that also bars hoods. sunglasses, and bandanas, among other things. The students should also be sitting up out of bed and preferably at a desk or table. I don't think this is bad. I don't know. I hope people aren't fighting this. It seems pretty common sense to me.
Seems okay.
The common retort is, what are you going to do, send me home?
Oh, parents are upset. I made the decision for my kids to be at home, and I don't see how any district can come in and say what my kid can't wear in my house. I don't think they have any right. I think some people just want to fight. Parents should be on the same side. Yes, get up, go to school. Like, get ready, get in the mindset, so...
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I guess there is something to, like... I mean, they're doing this all over video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if your kid's got a nice shirt on, who cares if they're wearing pajama pants, you know? Like, in theory, if we were wearing pajama pants right now.
I think they just don't want kids going, like, waking up in bed and just turning on the computer. And this is their way to kind of, like, enforce, like, say that.
I mean, but think about, okay, I mean, this is a different Jimmy O'Brien coming out, because what if, I mean, you're young in high school, say this is happening to you. I mean, if you're doing everything you need to do for the class, who cares if you're wearing pajama pants? If you did your homework, you're there on
If
time.
this is high school kids, I don't care at all. I think we're talking elementary here.
Okay.
And I think it's more for the parents than the kids.
They're young enough to be able to have it enforced. Sure, yeah, have the rules. But high school kids, like...
Yeah.
In high school, I did Pajama Wednesdays.
Yeah, I didn't have this as high school kids in my brain. I had it as elementary.
Okay.
That's kind of how I had it.
Yeah.
School district. So I don't know. Is that K through 12? No
well,
idea.
They might be making it for all of them, and then
District-wide rule.
district-wide, and then, yeah.
1,400
not
students.
Enforced for...
So I don't know. I think this does apply to high school kids, too.
Yeah, well, I don't care
I think
about
the
that.
rule exists for the high school kids. You probably don't have to actually follow it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not checking if you're already sitting in your seat or whatever.
I mean, they specifically said hoodies and stuff, too, like the other rules. That feels pretty pointed at high school kids.
Hoodies?
It's more the
Yeah.
no hood over your head is kind of what the rule
Yeah.
is. You can have a hoodie, but you can't like be sitting in class with the hood over
Kids
your head, which
wear
is always
hoodies.
stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like the high school stereotype, the kid with the hood over his head.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Well, I'm in there for
thing.
that. Can't have your hood over your head.
There's always the jokes like these kids smoking in the bathroom, but I can't have a hoodie on
And
the
the
head
smart
of my
kids will
desk.
always get fine. Like, I had a kid in my class in middle school who read a book all class.
Sure.
And I used to ask the teacher, how come he's allowed to read a book? And I said, because he gets straight A's and he still reads his book, so it doesn't affect him at all. So he's grandfathered in.
That's exactly what I'm just saying.
Well, so I'm saying those kids will get grandfathered in, but you make this rule for everyone.
Right.
I'm fine with it.
Just be presentable up top.
I did see one tweet,
David Cohn's calling games in shorts.
and it was a tweet. Could be a fake story, but somebody said, like, my little sister was taking a test in her room, and she, like, was drinking water, and they told her not to drink water during class or whatever. You tell me not to drink water? I'm in my house.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you be able to drink water in class anyway?
As
I
in
think
theory,
that
the
is like
spill
a thing.
risk and leaving, not paying attention. I don't know. I think she might have been getting up to get water, so it's like,
That's
don't
pretty
leave.
dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
A lot of
It's the whole
teachers
thing.
are
Too many
Fight
rules.
for control.
Yeah, I was thinking elementary school. If it's high school, whatever. High school teachers are so annoying sometimes. But anyway, I'm over it.
Over it.
Don't want to piss off all the teachers.
Sorry, teach.
Cow chase leads to a helicopter rescue. Were the cow chasing the people or the people chasing the cow? What do you think?
Remember Teach? We haven't heard from him in a while.
Joe? Where's he at?
Where you at, Teach?
Maybe he's teaching all day.
Damn it. Cow chase leads to helicopter rescue of California couple. We're assuming they chased the cow? Because otherwise it's really scary.
We have a video of it. Lynch Canyon hoist.
Ooh, elderly couple. Not as exciting.
I don't know what's
Oh,
happening.
man. They've got the picture on this article is like the military grade photo.
The
hell is
video of the rescue is from the helicopter, which is pretty jarring. A confrontation between an elderly couple and a cow and her calf required the intervention of the CHP in Northern California. Authorities said on Facebook that the unidentified couple had fallen to the ground after a cow gave chase to them. That's scary.
that? Yeah.
And then the helicopter got him out of there. That's scary. Why?
Is cow bullying an old lady?
Why is a cow chasing people? I mean, what if this turns out they were like just being so fucked up to the cow?
They were trying to tip the cow over.
Yeah.
So old people were trying to get one cow tipping
It's
in.
on their bucket list.
Damn.
Where was it? It was in Solano County.
The article's from the San Francisco AP. The website is Bakersfield Now.
What a day for these elderly people. They got chased by a cow, then got a helicopter lifted out. I mean, maybe it was a dual bucket list thing.
Ooh.
Maybe they're like, how do we combine these? We only have one day.
Never been
here.
on a helicopter.
Never been on a helicopter, and we haven't tipped that cow yet. What if wow, that's a great plan by them. Every article I've clicked 4 different articles, has the same exact copy.
That opening picture is like shocking. Normally you see that and it's like Baghdad 2004.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's got like longitude and latitudes and the elevation and everything. Like, looks like they're at war with the cow.
How does the news work, man?
Don't know.
Like every article I clicked has the same exact copy. So someone just writes this and then all the other news stations just like pay for it?
I think they like share, yeah.
It's crazy. Video. Cow chase leads to helicopter rescue. We don't have a video of the cow chase, though. How'd they get time to call in and be like, these cows are chasing us?
Right, and did they just have like a sit-off for a while?
And the way that the helicopter shows up on the video, like the cows are still just sitting there, lurching. Yeah. But for some reason they let them be. She's on the ground. Where did the chase start? How long was the chase? There's so much info left out.
Couple deets missing.
Whoever wrote the article that is on every website, you didn't leave nearly enough info. From the helicopter view, they're in the middle of nowhere. Come on. Come on about it. Not good.
Treated for
hey, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
Bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. Betty of the day. I was not here yesterday. BBD sat in for me. He disagreed with Jakey, who made a big mistakey.
I'm shook.
He took the over in the Indians-Cubs game. Not sure what the final score was, but BBD disagreed for me. We get the victory.
It was 7-1. Vegas Monster got me.
What was it? It was 9 and it was 7-1? Vegas, man.
Lester only gives up 1 run. Helps bullpen.
Good job by Lester.
Cleveland.
3 good starts in a row.
Lester. Yeah. I think this is going to get you hot.
Well,
I'm excited for you.
Now me and BBD by proxy are 2 for our last 2. So
I think this is going to get you guys going.
3 out of our last 4. Pretty excited about that. Where you got today?
Well, we're staying in the great world of baseball, Jim, because that's where we've been staying.
Been had snacks.
And I think what we're going to do is Davies, Gonsolin, don't care. Let's go to Seattle versus Texas. Taiwan Skywalker had a decent start last time versus Jordan Lyles, who I don't think he's been doing great for Texas. Let me see.
Why can't I even find this?
The number looks low to me. I think they have the over-under at 8.5. Yeah, Jordan Lyles hasn't been good so far. I think we're going to get runs in this game. We're in Texas. I think we're still learning about that ballpark, but I think runs can be put up. I'm not impressed by the pitching matchup. The over-under is 8.5. That just feels low for this game. I could see either team almost putting an 8 spot on their own. I'm going over.
8.5?
8.5.
All right.
It just feels low for Taiwan Walker and Jordan Lyles. You know?
Well, this series, first game was 12 runs. The next game was 6 runs. Neither team.
That's 18. Divided by 2 is 9.
Yeah. Lyles has given up 3, then 4. in his 2 starts. Taiwan's given up 4, then 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs against Oakland. So he's got it in his bag, Walker.
He's got it in his bag. It's going to be trouble.
Is this the last game of the series?
I'm not sure.
That plays in huge. I got to find out.
Okay.
If it's getaway day, they just want out of there. My back.
Big back day.
Yeah.
Jomboy, maybe.
Oh, my
It
God.
is.
9 p.m. getaway day? Oh, they have an off day tomorrow, though, Texas. You're taking the over.
Going over.
I'm leaning with you. I just need to see if I got anything
final
else going on.
piece.
Both have an off day tomorrow, so they can kind of unload the pen if they want.
Might have already unloaded the pen, though.
True. I don't want to open up another tab. Going over, huh? 8.5. I'll go with you. I feel like defense has been terrible lately. We've had inside the park home runs. We've had a lot of bad defensive play. Lindsey Adler was tweeting the Yankees have been sloppy, but as I watch other games, every team is kind of playing very sloppy out there. So I'll agree with you.
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
The over, it is.
Skadoosh.
Skidamankadink. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. Another episode of Jomboy and Jake Radio. Hopefully the weather drops 20 degrees.
Yes. Hope.
Have a great one. See you guys.